To fix this, and then right click on the transparent video and select Nest. We can simply accept the default name and click OK. And now if we go to speed and duration again, we can enable reverse speed. And as you can see, now the timer counts down. Sadly, it's not possible to change the font of the timer. However, it is possible to change the color. There are a couple of ways to do this. One of them is by applying the change to color effect. You can find this one under video effects color correction. Drag it over to the timeline to apply it to the transparent video and then head over to the effects control panel to change some settings. The from color is already white and we can select anything for the to color. And we need to set the change option to hue, lightness and saturation. And that's how you can change the color of the timer. Another option would be to use the tint effect. You can find this one under video effects color correction as well. I will also apply this one to the transparent video and inside the effects control panel disable the change to color effect and then change matte white to another color. And if I pick the right one, I can change this one to red as well. So these effects have the same result, but I wanted to show you both. In the next steps of this tutorial, we're going to create this animated countdown timer, after I tell you about the sponsor of this video, Squarespace. If you want to build your own website or web store, then definitely check out Squarespace. I've used them for over a year now and I can definitely say that it's easy to start with their award-winning templates, even if you don't have any experience with web design. And they've also got 24/7 support, so if needed, you can reach out anytime. Use the link squarespace.com/orange83 to get a free trial and 10% discount on your first purchase. You can find this link in the video description. Okay, let's create the advanced countdown timer. First we're going to make a background and we're going to do this with a color matte. In the project panel, click on the new icon and select color matte. We can accept the default settings here and then pick a color. I've already copied this blue color code. I will paste it here and then click on OK. Let's name this color matte background and then again click OK. Now we can find the color matte here in the project panel. Let's drag it over to the timeline and extend the duration. Okay, so now we've got this clean blue background, which we're going to make a bit more interesting. First, let's move over to the Limitry color panel and go to the vignette section. I will add just a tiny bit of vignetting, something like 0.4 would be fine. Okay, next we're going to head over to the effects panel and there we're going to search for the circle effect. You'll find this one under video effects generate. I will apply this one to the background color matte and then head over to the effects control panel. First I'll change the color of the circle. I'll pick something grayish for this one and click OK. Then we need to change a couple more settings. First we'll change radius to 750. Then I'll open up the feather options and set it to 1500. And the final setting that we're going to adjust is the blending mode. We're going to set this one to screen. Okay, cool, so now we've got this nice subtle gradient background. Of course you can use any color that you prefer or maybe not use any background at all. Next we are going to create another circle, but this time with the ellipse tool. This one is part of the Essential Graphics panel. You can find the tool here underneath the pen tool. If you have the ellipse tool enabled, you can click anywhere in the program monitor and then draw the circle. And if you hold the Shift key, you will get a perfectly proportional circle. And once you're done, you need to head over to the Essential Graphics panel. First, let's center the circle by clicking on these buttons here. And then I will disable the fill and enable the stroke. If you want, you can also change the thickness here. I'll put it somewhere like this. Then I will duplicate this shape layer by right-clicking on the layer and select duplicate. Let's rename the duplicate layer so we know which one it is. Okay, so now I've got the duplicate layer selected. Now we will change the color of the stroke. Let's just choose white for this one. Now all we have to do is to scale it down. Somewhere around 90% will do. Now we can move over to the timeline and then extend the duration of the Essential Graphics layer so it will match the background. And after that it's time to head over to the effects panel where we're going to search for the effect named Radial Wipe. You'll find this one under a video effects transition. Let's apply this one to the graphics layer and head over to the effects control panel. In there we're going to enable keyframes for